Welcome back to Deck Trains. It's week 44. It's the first one of 2024, so let's ring in the new year with some freight, a working train. Let's use a 1980s Roco Swiss DE44 number 43630. On the livery, it's number 1679. We're going to pull a massive amount of Talbot style ballast coal wagons. And massive here is 18. No, wait, stop! Let's take a moment. These are coal ballast wagons. They should be pulled by a steam locomotive. So, let's switch gears. Use an early 90s Roco number 42249 BR23 number 104. This is a 262 Prairie Steam Tender Loco. And it's going to drag a few of these Talbot wagons. We're going to drag the 3 wagons that make up the 44-187 Roco set of DB Talbots. We're going to drag 3 of the 46-128 DB Talbots. We're going to drag 4 of the 46-129 Austrian Railways Talbots. And another 4 of the 46-130, which is the older DRG, Deutsches Reichsbahn. And we're going to drag 3 of the 47-839. This is a newer issue, Czechoslovakian Talbots. And 1 unknown DB Talbot wagon. It could be a Fleischmann, it could be a Roco. I don't really know. But we're going to drag them around and have some fun. And of course, our so-called Part 2, we're going to add the 5568 DB track cleaning wagon to the mix. The Europe I remember, the one I model, is from the early 60s. And then massive meant more than 50 wagons. By the 70s, just a decade later, all the increase in rail traffic in Switzerland and across Europe have forced most manufacturers or most railway companies, to lead with 2 locos and bank a third one within a 75 to 110 wagon long train. Quite a bit of difference from our Western USA trains that today pull 3 miles worth of cars, 150 to 200 cars, 8 or so locomotives. Of course, in the West, they're pulling them over some of those steep grades. I do appreciate the smaller difference in length while sitting in my local, and that's in the Mid-Atlantic of the United States, railroad crossing, and waiting less time for a simpler train to pass. Typically we see 100 to 125 cars on the local railroad crossing. But still, every once in a while, a longer one sneaks in. We'll see a couple lead locomotives, a DPU, and to quote one of my favorite YouTube members, Jawtooth, it's DPU, I see you. first two BR23 prototypes were built in 1941, making them Kriegloks, or German war locomotives, and they went to East Germany after World War II. Records showed they were both scrapped by 1975. There was a newer series of 105 units of the BR23 put into production starting in 1950. There's some good footage of the Nuremberg Museum locomotives, and their favorite, or my favorite one in their museum, is the BR23 105. And Roco has produced a copy of that for our enjoyment. This Ballast, the BR23, has the distinction of being the last steam engine put into service in the DB. They could achieve a maximum speed of 110 kilometers per hour, while our model runs at 54 kilometers an hour at only 50% power. Well, folks, enjoy. Next week we're going to come back with a classic that you won't want to miss. Well, I hope you won't want to miss. It's going to be an Orient Express by the French manufacturer Yves.